United, a successful COD esports team that was once the favourite to win the whole official COD tournament in 2017, got shut down in January. FaZe Clan, which used to be the gaming organisation to join, like way back in 2012, who pretty much started the whole esports scene with their 360 no-scopes and trick shots compilations that would easily crack the 1 million view mark. Yeah, that FaZe Clan. Well, ever since listing themselves on the New York Stock Exchange in July 2022, as of February 2023, their stock price has fallen 80%, roughly, and their individual stock price is below $1, and they now risk being delisted off the entire exchange because nobody's investing in them. Optic Gaming, 100 thieves, multiple layoffs already in 2023, if the chaos from former employees all over Twitter is to be believed. Either way, something's going seriously wrong over there. Riot Games, makers of League of Legends, only sets up their official esports match. It's in Asia now. And just today, when I recorded this little intro, BeyondTheSummit, one of the largest esports streaming services that used to stream Super Smash Bros., Dota 2, the most watched esports games of all time. Twitch account with over 1 million subs, and an average view count per video of around 50k. Sad story, yes, but of course, judging by the somber tone of this video, I'm guessing you've already figured that it's just gone tits up. Esports was the combination of two huge genres in just general media viewing. You've got video games and sports. Combine the two and you have a whole ass sport of people playing video games. And considering the fact that the most popular games are games with a score, a time limit, and rules, and all the sorts of things that sports have. Like, this was going to be the sport of the future. Become 2023, multiple successful teams are closing shop, multiple streaming services are just going belly up, viewership is going down, investments are going down. What's happening to esports? Why is it not as popular as it once was? And is there a future for esports? These questions will not be answered in this video because it's still early on into the whole esports scene crash. But sports are popular and millions of people watch sports. And video games are popular and millions of people both play and watch video games. Clearly there's some sort of fuckery going on with the main esports scene as of the early to mid 2020s. There's actually a relic in Philadelphia that's serving the whole damn city as a physical reminder of why esports is failing right now. This is the Fusion Arena. It's located in South Philly, the nicer part of Philly, planted right in FDR Park, right on the riverbed of the famous Schuylkill River, and it doesn't exist. This was supposed to be America's first properly big esports arena. I mean, just look at the promo photos. Lots of effort was put into the Photoshop work of those images. It was supposed to look all bright and neon and futuristic, but as of 2023, it still looks like a park. So Comcast, yes, that Comcast, used to own an Overwatch team called Philadelphia Fusion. It was supposed to be like a whole ass stadium built for them, but Comcast moved the team to South Korea, and the current plans for the Fusion Arena in South Philly are for it to be turned into a mall. As if malls weren't dead enough in the 21st century, clearly they're more alive than the esports scene, I guess. This video is made entirely of my own shitty, low-effort research. I wouldn't even call them educated guesses, but for my first guess as to why the whole esports scene is dying, I think my guess is a good one, and it's also one of the reasons why I don't even watch esports, despite me being in the prime target demographic of a mid-20s male. And this guess is a reason that plagues all games in general. Cheating. And not even the cheating that requires any kind of skill. I'm just talking about the cheating where the cheater just downloads some kind of cheating engine, puts on the computer, and plays. I mean, cheating happens all the time in physical sports, but because sports are one, easy to keep track of, and two, have the players actively moving their body and using the brain at the same time, it makes cheating a lot more difficult. I'd say that maybe all but 3 of the instances of cheating in esports I've found are literally just someone downloading a cheating engine and letting the engine do all the work for them. They're not doing sleight of hand tricks to swap one football for a deflated one. They're not breaking into a clubhouse late at night to steal a bat and swap it for another one. There's no odd tales of cheating that involve anything in the real physical, tangible world. It's just someone downloading a cheating engine that someone else made, putting it onto the computer, and letting it do the work for them. Let's take a look at the first properly big esports cheating scandal that I know of, the tale of CSGO and the VAC. Now, Valve's anti-cheat software, otherwise known as VAC, isn't the best thing in the world. It's not the most advanced or active of cheating softwares. But the good thing about the VAC system is that if it does ban a player on the rare occasion that it does, that player was definitely cheating. Here's a CSGO player named Emilio getting VAC banned in the middle of a tournament.
With the AWP, he's out in the Russian wilderness just sniping.
Did Emilio just get VAC banned?
What? What? No way. That's not that.
We'll assume that that's like some sort of error for now until we get any other confirmation. That is really funny. I've been casting Global Offensive for a while.
This is a first.
But yeah, that's a first.
That round. Fantastic work. That's the real problem here for Property is that
one of their players got VAC banned?
that and their top fragger basically, like 13 frags on Emilio when he gets taken out. Welcome back, everyone.
Oh God. What did we just see?
Yeah, I think this is a first, like an official match. And it's not like, you know, I looked over and I was like, oh, he just got disconnected or whatever. Maybe he's just rebooting. And then you see like VAC.
Now, you know what makes me smile? Is that Joachim, who's the tournament organizer, he's going to have to look for his rule set and see, do we have a rule to find out what happens if somebody gets VAC banned? I don't know. It's like, can you plan for everything?
I think this is mod. We have to ask the admin, the mid head honcho.
I'm glad I'm not making these decisions right now. That's the sweet thing about being a broadcaster.
It's an automated thing, though. It's an automated thing, isn't it? So, looks like we're going to take a short break. In the meantime, time out. It's time to check the rule book. We'll be back when we have more news.
Funny, right? I mean, it's hilarious. Getting VAC banned in the middle of a tournament must be embarrassing. But all this player did to cheat was just download a cheating engine off the net, put it on his computer, and let it do the work for him. No skill required. Many top-tier professional CSGO players have been given the Dr. Gabe Newell proctology exam. And to find so many professional players just cheating their way to the top, that definitely made a lot of people lose faith in not just the competitive CSGO scene, but also the competitive gaming scene. Professional tournaments with their own computer setups and their own network administrator haven't even stopped some players from literally just bringing their own cheats to the tournament. This former competitive player from India, known as Forsaken, literally put his cheats in a carry-on bag from India to China so the cheats can do all the work for him in another damn country. While he did get caught pretty quickly after the admins discovered that he tried to hide his cheats by renaming his cheats word.exe. Just having the will to put your cheats on another person's computer makes the whole esports scene a little sus. The PUBG competitive scene? Oh god. There used to be this cheat program called Radiohead that could let you see where all the other players were on the map, which is bad for PUBG because the game is literally all about hiding from other players and then killing them. Now, because the Radiohead was using a VPN to sort of encrypt all the packets it was sending to the cheaters, it was impossible to detect just by examining the packets that the players received. But they did finally get caught, and that's the good news. The bad news is a lot of pro players were cheating. Even pro Twitch streamers were cheating with this radar hack. What makes the whole PUBG radar hack cheating scandal even worse is that one of the banned radar hackers was the guy who won the very first Twitch streamer broadcast royale for PUBG, THC, or a THZ in correct English. Yeah, those whole flashy lights and huge mega stage for esports now seem kind of a waste. Bottom line is, it's too easy to cheat in esports. And that's one of the reasons I think that the esports scene is dwindling. And the second reason is the average age of the audience. Now, the average age of esports viewers is around 26. It's mid-20s. That's around my age specifically. Now, this seems like a huge market to get into, both for coolness, upcoming in the know factor, and revenue, because honestly, we are pretty impressionable. Slap an esports megastar's face onto, I don't know, a fucking coffee mug and we should buy it, right? Well, here's the thing. We are a generation that's had to suffer through both the Great Recession, the COVID era, and the Putin throwing a hissy fit era. As a result, not only have prices to everything gone up, but any kind of incentive to get a job has just gone down. What's the point of throwing away precious moments of our lives to go and work for someone who doesn't pay us enough for things like rent, insurance, groceries, and all that stuff in return? And the little money we do get, why do we spend it flying ourselves over to some kind of esports stadium or even spending it on esports merchandise? Now, I have an actual job, and I'm also quite cautious with my money. I've saved close to over 10 grand in a separate bank account. Even with a huge amount of savings, I still have to live with roommates. My car is a total shitbox, and going overseas for holiday? Forget it, can't afford it. Well, we spend our extra cash on some kind of weird esports merch of questionable quality. And my third and final reason as to why I think the esports scene is sort of dying is a stupid reason, and one that probably doesn't make much sense, but as a person in the main esports viewing demographic who doesn't watch esports or has no desire to even touch that world, is that esports gets you no bitches. If you can be maidenless in Elden Ring, possibly the coolest game out right now, then how is something like Rainbow Six Siege going to get you that prime boontang? Look, just breaking into the esports world is difficult enough. You have to sacrifice many, many hours, many days, many months, hell, even many years, just to even get a shot at becoming, hell, even like a tier 3000 bronze esports player. And have you seen shots of esports crowds? Yep, predominantly young, predominantly male, predominantly nerdy. What's the point of dedicating your life to esports when you have zero chance of getting to tap an A1 MILF ass? And forget MILFs, if you want some prime teen coochie, like unless you get invited into, I don't know, the offline TV house, forget it. I guess that's reason number 4 why I think esports is dying. It's just stupidly hard to get into. You know how many professional needs there are in the world? If you've been practicing for like 6,000 hours, if you try and face off against someone who's been practicing for at least 14,000 hours, you're fucked. That's nearly a whole year of wasted effort. And that's not including sleeping hours. I mean, with the whole YouTube thing, even though it's mostly just for fun and as a way to practice my speaking skills, because as you can hear, I stutter and no one can understand me right now. But hey, if this takes off, I can get all the nerdy, quirky, hipstery girls I could possibly dream of. Sure, most might be under the age of 18, but there's got to be at least a few who are out of high school, right? I just want to finish this video off with the words of an actual esports team organizer. He's also a former Hunger Games actor and a chess legend who once checkmated XQC in just 6 moves. Yep, I'm talking about Penguin Zero, the moistest Charlie in existence. Now he, along with Ludwig, owns a team called Moist Esports. Now unlike me, Charlie is an actual avid esports viewer. Running an esports team is purely a passion project for him.
It's just been this absolute septic tank explosion of shit where all at once all of these major organizations are realizing that esports is a terrible business for making money, and they can't sustain themselves any longer. But you know what this means to me? It means it's time to push even harder into esports. While everyone's running away from the volcanic eruption, I'm running towards it, baby, with a spear in my hand and fire in my soul.
As you just heard, he's losing 6 figures every month just to keep the damn team running. And this is a team that's won even a Rocket League championship. I think they even won a Smash Bros tournament once. Like, Moist Esports is a successful team, and even this is a huge money sink for him. Again, esports is just not a good investment. It's a scene run by enthusiasts, for enthusiasts, who just wants to see people competing against each other in video games, despite losing, 6 figures every month, hell, even millions a year, even if they win. Oh, wait, hang on a second, to end this video, I just thought of another reason why esports is failing. Legality, especially with Nintendo games like Super Smash Bros., which has a massive esports scene. Unfortunately, all video games are at the behest of their developers and their publishers. Mostly their publishers. If the publisher decides it wants to be a shithead and forcibly control every tiny little bit of their IPs, Who's gonna stop them? Look, that's enough. You see why esports is in dire straits at the moment? It's just a clusterfuck. But maybe in the future, where people get to strap themselves into computers, transport themselves to a parallel world, and have some kind of alternate reality soccer game where they can fly through the air, maybe esports will make a comeback.